Feather inlays on top of marbling. I was trying to go for a simple marble background and as close to what marble actually looked like. I wanted kind of a lighter color for two of these, and then I had a space for that I'd already put on my test blank with some blue, so I was going to play around with that too. But something basic, not too fancy for your background because you want your feathers to show. So the first thing I did was I laid down a simple little dyed feather, a guinea feather that I had gotten from a hobby shop. Well, it was a bag of feathers. And then on this one, I did a couple of feathers and kind of laid out a little bit of a pattern. And you're going to see how I juiced them up here in just a little bit. And on this, with a simple blue marble background, I just laid another basic feather. You trim them out. Make sure you trim them the way you want them. And then lay them out. You lay them out on your blank or on top of whatever you're working with CP. And on this right here, I took a green feather, made a second layer, and laid it on top of the blue feather and just kind of shaped it with my pick the way I wanted it. Again, I did this on this little section also. I laid another feather on top to bring out the color from the feather underneath. And I added a small little feather at the base of this one, a couple of rhinestones, and a couple of tinsel like you would use in fly tying to kind of juice it up. You can do all sorts of designs. Here, I added a little bit of shimmer on top of just the feather alone, not on the marbling, just the feather, and put in my trim bands. This just another the other section with trim bands. And this one, I can't remember exactly what I did with this one. But anyway. Okay, now here's what it looks like with a little bit of shimmer on top of it, just to bring it out. And the way I got my shimmer was just a little bit of marbling pigment with my epoxy, and just did it on the feather alone. And here it is, all epoxied. With, I think this was just one coat of CP. I mean, not CP, epoxy. Brings out those rhinestones. This almost ended up looking like a fly, like you would do in fly tying. You can get really creative with these feathers. Just play around with them. That's all you got to do. Have fun. Don't stress over them. The more you stress, the worse your work's going to look. You got to enjoy what you're doing. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope the little tips I gave were helpful. I really do need to come back and show exactly how I lay my feathers out on either the rod or on top of the rod marbling. But y'all remember, make sure you subscribe, take care, tight lines, and enjoy the rest of this video.